Oh my god, that's insane, bro. You have to work, you have to pay the rent, you have bills, you have children. Being Asian is so tricky because you're not granted with the privilege to just be good. I'm not an electric chair, but you're gonna be shook to the shookest of your shookest shook. Everything that I have now, I used to pray for. Everything that I have, I've owned. Okay, my god. I can't read my own handwriting. I couldn't ask for more, period. My blower looks like it's been through a lot. Like me. Yes, slay. I honestly, genuinely believe that being underestimated is your superpower. Oh my god, didn't expect that you could do it. And I'm like,
Calling 999, what's your emergency, please?
people say that this book is evil, but I don't believe that. I was also able to purchase a Lamborghini for George. But that's so funny because I don't want a Lamborghini anymore. I want a Cadillac. Yeah. The more you think of something, the more that you attract them. Your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions, and your actions become your reality. Honey, a starving artist is not cool anymore. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm an artist, a content creator, a vlogger, and I'm a crazy person. This is a get ready with me video for nothing. I just want to put my makeup on while I chat about life, about my personal struggles as a Filipino abroad. If you're here for the crazy, you're in for a treat. So, let's get started. Grew up in the Philippines. I recently moved to Denmark. Not recently, but I moved 3 years ago. Growing up, I was really exposed to a lot of creativity. I grew up in the countryside, but damn, people are amazing. I would say most of the people I was surrounded with were artists or dancers, and that kind of pushed me to be who I am today. My grandmother was a big part of it. Back in the day, it's so common for siblings to build houses in a compound or in a complex. They would live in separate houses but would still make sure to live close to each other. My late grandmother had a brother who lived not very far away. He loved the piano, and it just so happened that I actually had a Yamaha keyboard, which was a hand-me-down from my rich-ass cousin. And her brother would come to the house and ask if he could play the piano. Fun fact, my mom actually enrolled me into piano lessons. Yeah, I was 8 then, but I never made it, as you can see. Never played the piano. Let's call my grandma's brother Lolo Guring. Lolo Guring was amazing in playing the piano. He would come to the house around noon. He would politely ask my grandma if he could borrow my piano. So of course we said, yeah, sure, you can play anything you want. Just do it. Don't worry about us. During noontime, I would help my grandma cook lunch, and then he would end up eating lunch with us. Me and my grandma would just stay at the balcony. I would get bored and I would say, Grandma, can we just tell him to stop because it's bothering me? I didn't know better then. I was a child, okay? So don't come for me. My grandmother would hold my hand and say, just let him play. Just shut the fuck up. Looking back, actually, it's one of the most beautiful memories I've had. I just didn't realize it at the time because, of course, I was young. He would play these beautiful pieces that I don't recognize and I don't remember. He was really good. He was skilled, and my grandma was really proud of him. Yeah, looking back, it was actually one of the best memories I've ever had as a child, and now as a creative, I get to see how someone could get lost in the creative process. It was actually both a moment of pride and at the same time a tragic one because his love for piano passed away with him, and it's sad that he didn't have a legacy, and that's my greatest fear in life. You grow old, you have your passion, but you never get to pursue it. Let's face it, art doesn't pay well, and it's actually like a gamble when you pursue art. Either you make it or you end up in depression. I could attest to that. You just have to find the balance, not to be consumed by your art, but be responsible enough to actually have a 9 to 5 to support your art and yourself, because honey, a starving artist is not cool anymore. I also saw this TikTok the other day. A guy said, we were trained as children to do the things that we love in our free time. For example, in a classroom, we would doodle at the back of our notebooks, when in fact, as humans, we should actually pursue what makes us happy. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. So when you have a hobby, you only do it in your free time because you have to work, you have to pay the rent, you have bills, you have children, you have family, you have dinner reservations, yada yada. Wait, there's a quote about it. You have to work hard for the life that you want because you're gonna spend your life. Oh my god, I don't remember the quote, but I'm just gonna put it on the screen right here. Huh? I am just doing whatever the hell I want for as long as I can. Life is borrowed. We think that, oh, I still have time, but no, you don't.
Wow.
Huh? The more you do something that you love, the more you learn along the way. That's the secret to it. There's no such thing as the perfect time, the perfect body, the perfect mindset to start. You just start. You just do it. Because at the end of the day, life is short and you never realize one day you're gonna wake up, oh my god, I wasted so much of my time, my youth, my energy, my strength, my health for nothing. It's really tragic. Shakespeare type of growing up in the Philippines was amazing, but at the same time, I don't see myself living in there anymore because I've been abroad for 10 years. There's nothing waiting for me there anymore, so I don't think I could go back there. If one day I leave Denmark and go back to the Philippines, I don't think there'll be a job for me in there unless I make it as a vlogger. Well, I'm hoping for the best because the Lulu is the Sululu. Go! Now, I want to talk about my struggles as an Asian woman and as a Filipino. If you didn't know, I was a flight attendant for 6 years in Qatar, and I traveled the world, meet a lot of people, different kinds of people, rich, poor, and let me share an experience that I had. People would underestimate me. Then a situation would arise where you have to do something and then you do it well, and then people would say, oh my god, didn't expect that you could do it. And I'm like, you know, maybe it's unconscious bias, it's unconscious stereotype. This is something that's called microaggression. Microaggression are these harmless comments that are made towards a person because of their background. As I said, it might be unconscious, but it's real. For example, they'd say, oh, I didn't think that you could do that. Oh, you're too beautiful for a Filipino. Or it's a backhanded compliment, you know. Oh, your English is so good. Where did you come from? Whoa. What is going on? Why can't I speak English the way you do? I am so proud of my heritage. We are smart, we are educated, we are talented, we are creative, we are resilient. Girl, you don't know how many typhoons we go through every year. We're still dancing and creep walking to the flood, you know? Why is it that people would make those comments? Why would you think that I can't do a certain thing? But relating to that, it's actually so cool when you're underestimated, because I honestly, genuinely believe that being underestimated is your superpower.
Wow.
It's amazing when you shock them with something that they didn't expect you could do, and then they continue to underestimate you, and then you keep proving them wrong, and then you earn the respect. Being Asian is so tricky because you're not granted with the privilege to just be good. You actually have to be the best, and you have to work twice as hard as other people in order to prove your worth and to earn your place. Anytime a person underestimates me, I really laugh. I laugh internally. I honestly believe that I built a micro community. I might only have 5.4K right now, but I started from zero, and that makes me so honored and so grateful and humbled at the same time. And when there are days that I compare myself to other people who have like 1 million followers, I just look back to where I started and I say, oh my god, I had 0. I have 5.4K now. What am I talking about? So yeah, it's very humbling, and it makes me really happy knowing that there are people who can actually relate to the situations that I've been through. Law of attraction and manifestation. I actually pulled out my journal, my dusty journal. So I practiced journaling for many years now, and when they say that it's the cheapest form of therapy, they're not lying. Journaling is the most accessible way to release your thoughts when I'm overthinking, when I'm sad, when I'm angry, when I'm just super grateful, when I'm happy. It's my best friend.
Wow.
Although I also call my best friend my journal. Believe me when I say that law of attraction is real.
Yeah!
I was actually journaling since I was 6 years old, and it's so funny that all the things that I've written in those journals, they actually came true. One being, I want to have my own house, and I actually have a house in the Philippines. So when I was 9, I was in the 4th grade, I had a crush. I heard from somebody in the village that if you see yellow butterflies, it means good luck. So I associated yellow butterflies with my crush. And so I kept a journal, and then I said, okay, you know what? I am going to count the butterflies butterflies that I see this week. And if I see 20 yellow butterflies, it means that my crush likes me back. Girl! Spoiler alert, my crush didn't like me back. So my point is, the more I think of yellow butterflies, the more that they appeared. They actually showed up. I would play in the playgrounds. I would see a yellow butterfly. I'll be in the classroom. I'll look outside. I'll see a yellow butterfly. My point is, the more you think of something, the more that you attract them. Your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions, and your actions become your reality. And I really believe in that. Everything that I have now, I used to pray for. Everything that I have in this moment are the things that I used to think about and only wished for. Okay, you know what? I don't want to keep talking. I just want to prove it to you. Let me find one journal, and then I'm gonna read a journal entry. Before I read a journal entry, I just want to highlight that you have to be grateful for what you have right now, because when you give out positivity, it comes back to you.
Wow.
And you have to think that the things that you want is already yours. Yeah, if that makes sense. It's not physically yours yet. If you keep on manifesting and believing in yourself and believing that it's already in your hands, and just feel the moment as if it's already there, then the faster your manifestations come.
Wow.
So as an example, I'm gonna read this one. Okay, there you go. It's January 1st. 2022. It says, Happy New Year. Thank you, God and universe, for letting me reach this far. I can't wait for this year to come. I am grateful for all the lessons 2021 has taught me.
Wow.
I can't wait to make my dreams come true and to live the life which doesn't only make me happy and fulfilled, but is also purposeful. Oh my God, I can't read my own handwriting. But it's also purposeful, yet simple and beautiful. May I be a blessing to others and an instrument to make people happy. Aww. Anyhow, for the first day of 2022, I am feeling so productive and cheerful. I'm going out for groceries and errands I have been putting off. You see, this version of myself who wrote this was actually so grateful for everything, even the simplest things, just going to the grocery store. If you tell me in 2022 that I would be living in this beautiful home, in this beautiful place, with a beautiful job and a beautiful dog and a beautiful husband, I'd say you'd be lying. Okay, so here's another one. This is the perfect example of me feeling as if the dreams that I want are already mine. January 29, 2022, 4:29 a.m. I'm not lying. I am now a full-time artist. I have only ever dreamed of being one. A few years ago, okay, my God. I can't read my own handwriting. I am now a full-time artist. I have only ever dreamed of being one a few years ago, and here I am with my own studio in the heart of Copenhagen with my loving husband and our baby Thor. My baby is named Morty. And yes, I do have my own studio. I couldn't ask for more. Period. I am currently working on my first solo exhibition to be held at Arkin Museum. This is phenomenal because it's finally happening.
Whoa!
I am also due to travel to Paris and Rome for the Fashion Week. My works will be featured all over Europe in billboards and Vogue magazine.
Yeah!
Okay, it hasn't come true yet, but I trust that the universe is gonna give this to me. I am so grateful to be finally living this life. Yes, slay.
Woohoo!
So grateful that God finally made it come true. Oh my God. I'm getting emotional. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry in another video. I'm so over that. My art has been sending a powerful message of hope, truth. I'm not lying. Look, I wrote this. I was also able to purchase a Lamborghini for George.
Yeah!
But that's so funny because I don't want a Lamborghini anymore. I want a Cadillac. But he couldn't be bothered. He doesn't give a f about cars. Oh my God, that's insane, brah. I'm mind blown by my own manifestations. It hasn't happened yet, but it makes me wonder, what the f was I thinking? I'm also maturing, but at the same time, they still are what my heart desires. It's insane. Wow, I'm being emotional right now. You have to be grateful in order for you to be positive and not be obsessed over the things that you want to manifest. You should never compare your journey to other people's journey. You owe it to yourself to just focus on your dreams and your goals and never compare yourself to anyone. There are many ways to practice gratitude. I know it's so difficult to be grateful when things are falling apart in your life, but one thing you could be grateful for is that you're alive and breathing and you're well. When I'm having a bad day, I'm in my feelings and it's so hard for me to be grateful, I just say it out loud. I am grateful because I'm alive. I am grateful because I'm healthy. I am grateful for my eyesight. I am grateful for the birds singing, for the swans, for the water. Everything that you could find, just be grateful for it, because we are so caught up in chasing our dreams that we sometimes forget that what we have right now is actually the things that we prayed for. My blower looks like it's been through a lot, like me. Also, I listened to the song of Kendrick Lamar called Man at the Garden. It's also a very, very good manifestation mantra. I love you. One more thing, I love reading self-help books. I'm not into romance or into novels, but I suggest you read the 48 Laws of Power. Wait, let me show you. Oh my, ta-da! This is the book I'm talking about. It literally changed my perspective in life, my mindset. People say that this book is evil, but I don't believe that. They say that when you read this book, you'll end up being a manipulative narcissist.
Whoa!
I strongly disagree, because I didn't end up like that. I don't think so. I hope not. This book is really helpful when you want to navigate certain situations, like climbing up the ladder, just being good at your job, the psychology behind people's actions. My lip is so dry. So anyway, people say that this book is actually narcissistic and manipulative, but I strongly disagree, because it's only narcissistic and manipulative if you use it to your advantage in a way that you follow the steps. But in my opinion, I was able to use it as a protection, because now, after reading this book, it made me realize that there are certain actions that people do that makes me think, oh my gosh, he's trying to do that. He or she is trying to manipulate me into doing this, because if I do this, this thing will work on their favor. You know what I mean? I look like... The hair is such a mess. Anyway, if you reached this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And please let me know what you'd like to see on my next video. Until the next one, bye!